Um, excuse my voice. I hope you guys can hear me. Um, and please let me know if you can't. But hello everyone. We are what is today? Wednesday, June 12th. So I hope you guys are enjoying this middle of the week. I'll wait for some of you guys to come in, but this video is actually going to be open for conversation and topic. Nothing in particular. You know how things kind of like just happen organically based upon just what's going on. Also, today is just all about readings. So I'm doing readings today, like straight up. Like we're just going right into readings. For those of you just tuning in, those of you who don't know me, my name is Sky, by the way. You know me as Taryn, but my name is Sky. I currently go by Sky, like the sky above. So yes, I am transitioning into the name, so hopefully you guys get used to that resonance and frequency. Hello. Hi, Lance. Basically the way that I do things is I go based upon numerology, but like my own personal sentient numerology. So I call it sentient numerology because it's not just about the symbol, or it's not just about the meaning of typical numerology number reading. It's more so I dive into the sentience of the symbol of the number itself, the placement of the number itself. And there's a story usually created with different combination of numbers that I'm able to read into. So it's a gift that I have. So basically the readings that I do is based upon your birthday. That's the first reading or layer of reading. And then your name. I know how to do symbolic letter reading and phonetically know how to read through your name as well. So I go by symbols, names, numbers, and then I'm also using the cards. So this is more so of like for more inner depth to the reading. So I have different ways of reading that I just basically put all together and just try to understand the story that's trying to be told through the resonance of everything. So for those of you that don't know, I do have a website called sentientnumerology.com, which is in the description if you wanted to book a full session with me. But today on this particular video, I'm going to do readings live. So all I do is ask for just a simple $20 or more donation via Cash App, PayPal, or whatever. My Cash App is tarenguy, which I'm going to place in the chat box in a second, and it's also in a description box. So all you have to do is put your birthday in with a donation, and I'll have your name as well, and we can get right into it. So I'll probably spend about 10 to 15 minutes per reading. So I'm sure conversation will flow based upon what's coming out of the readings. So that's what I'm here to do. Hi, I miss you guys too. Thank you. Betty, thank you for calling me by my name. I spell it S-K-Y-E. I have an E at the end of it. So, yeah, I've been saying it. You know how you gotta like be confident when you say it? I've been playing around with a few names, and Sky is just really like just natural for me. So it feels good to call myself Sky. Yeah. So let me just place the Cash App in the chat so that it is seen clearly, because I know that's usually the main way. Yes, I lost my voice a little bit. I'm not sick or anything. I really don't know. And there's some theories that I have with that. I don't know what's going on, but I'm taking it easy. I have my water. I'm gonna drink some tea and be okay. So it's not gonna stop me from like talking. I've mentioned before that there's been, an attack on like certain things like my voice, beauty spells and shit like that being casted upon. You know, but I don't want to give that too much power by saying that in that way, because that might not be the issue. Because if I claim to be as in my bag that I say that I am, then I should be protected enough to not be a victim of other projections that are trying to harm me, you know? So, let me see something. Okay, pin. And there we go. The message is pinned. So yes, we're going right into reading. So again, 10 to 15 minutes per reading. All you got to do is donate $20 or more. The or more is you being generous because you have it and because you appreciate whatever's going on, of course. But yeah, so I'll wait. And for those of you that are understanding, yeah, hold on. This is a form of work that I do. It is my job, so don't tell me to go get a job when I have one. I have one job here. Sure, I can go work at a restaurant, you know, so on and so on. And I have concept and ideas for my future, which I will be getting into this year. So I will be in my money bag later this year. I'm manifesting that shit. I have high level ideas for like business ideas that I'm really gonna manifest. But this is my job, so I'm kind of discounting the price just because I'm here and I'm ready for the exchange. And I love what I do. So I love going into these things and, connecting this way. Do I burn ancestor money? I used to be into that. I used to be into the burning of ancestor money. That's an interesting question. Let's talk about ancestors for a little while someone makes a decision to be the first person for the reading. But hold on for a second. Noise. Boom, 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 boom. Waiting for the noise to pass. Ancestor money. So noisy. Oh my god. It is an alchemizing way to offer, because on the other side of the realm there is an opposition. So I was just having this conversation with someone today. She has like a black dog, right? Beautiful black dog. And I said, did you know about the story or the understanding of the goddess and the black dog, which is associated with Ishtar or Inanna or Isis? Those level of goddesses is associated with the black dog. And she didn't know that. So I kind of Googled Isis and the black star, Ishtar and all that kind of stuff. And that was a cool thing to kind of like make her aware of. I'm like, you have a royal dog. Do you know that though? So the black dog. So the whole thing about that is the passageway. It's the dog star passageway. The goddess that is in charge of true harmonic passageway through the Sirius star system. When we go from one life to another, we're only traveling in this earth realm. We're only traveling two ways, one and the other. So it's like a mirrored thing. So the black dog and the goddess represents the god. When you go to the other side of the portal, the mirror flips the word dog into God. That is a specific doorway into an afterlife to becoming a god, from becoming a so-called just lower level being. And at the point of your true ascension of being harmonic and whole and complete, that is when you get to the doors of the dog star, the doors of the seriousness of the star that allows you to get through to the other side. So I say that only because with ancestor money, it's more so of other side parallel communication as well. So my thing with ancestors is knowing that, and knowing this, what can you flip? What can flip around and be beneficial to the other side that sees the opposition? You know what I mean? For instance, and this is a different way, and again, this is very helpful because you guys are helping me come up with things to talk about. This is why this is an open forum. If you are enjoying the conversation and you don't necessarily want a reading, please feel free to donate towards this topic of nature and this conversation, because I do feel like some of the things that I channel into are very much valuable, very valuable information. So what I'm getting is, for instance, if you have ancestors and you want to offer spirits of liquor, I recommend, this is only based upon your resonance, to not offer them liquor on your side of the portal. Offer them water. And then on their side, they can transform that water into a spirit of liquor. Understand? Now, if you are asking for something, right, there's an offering and there's an asking for. Some people want that. So maybe you can create an altar, right? Altar also stands for, think of these words, altars. There's an altar for alterations. When people make alterations, they're making changes, tweaks and changes to something. I'm gonna get to that, Shanice. I'm gonna get to the liquor part. Alterations, tweaks and changes. There's also alternate version. There's an altar. I was gonna say, use your altar as a different type of, hold on. So, Shanice, I said, if you wanna offer them liquor on your side of the altar, you can experiment with this. This is just a suggestion on ancestral offerings. If you want to offer liquor, offer water on your side of the portal, because altars are mirrors. Altars are portals. It's usually the other side of each other. When you look in a mirror, you flip the thing. If you offer them water with the intention of wanting to offer them a spirit of liquor, they receive the liquor on the other side. That's what I meant, Shanice. They receive the liquor on the other side when you offer them water. However, let's say you want to offer them water. You can offer them liquor so that it transforms into fresh waters on the other side. You see what I'm saying? If you want to work with that opposing mirrored energy and see how that works out for your altar. Everyone has their own ways of communicating and offering to their ancestors. Also, you can use a right side, left side, an asking, receiving side of your altar, and a giving and offering side of your altar, right? So my receiving feels like, figure out which side is your receiving and your giving side, right? So if I want something in return from my ancestors to help me with whatever that is, I make sure that I might just offer them what I want. So if I do offer them liquor, it's going to be direct. Here's liquor, here's your liquor. On the other side of the altar, I'm gonna ask for something in exchange. So I'm gonna place something on the altar that is asking for that. It can be the direct question on a piece of paper. It can be a symbolic asking of something. Let's say it is money. Are you gonna place money on the altar? Real money, like $1 or something of value that you need, that you are asking in exchange for this offering, right? So it's kind of like treating your altar like a family ancestral business. Like, hey, support my business as I support your life on the other side, support my life on this side. So it's funny that it's interesting that you bring up ancestors. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up. You know, sometimes you need the spirits, and try to understand like what different spirits mean. You know, whiskey has one spirit, one type. Tequila has another spirit. You know, vodka has a spirit. Gin has a spirit. Rum has a spirit. So it's just really understanding the spirits and nature of the liquor. If you don't know the spirits and nature of the liquor, don't Google it. Use your own common sense, your own spiritual common sense, and dive into the word. Dive into the color. Is it clear? Is it dark? Start figuring things out on your own about spirit, about spiritual nature, the spiritual nature of anything. Try to leave Google out of it as much as you can. You know what I mean? Honor them and listen, yes. So as I say all of this, this video is dedicated to asking for help, you know, offering conversation and realizations and inspirations in exchange for a donation, and offering readings for those that actually want direct readings, $20 or more, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, whatever. Let's get into it. So I'm just waiting on a first donation, pretty much. So, you know, I'm just gonna take a little breather before I even get to the next topic of nature coming from the comments, or hopefully see maybe someone interested in a reading that I can really get into within the next couple of minutes. You is a mess. I'm not a mess. I don't know. I'm very organized, by the way. I'm very much in my organization right now. Lance said, I mix all liquors together to make an elixir. All liquors, Lance? Isn't that kind of like in Long Island iced tea? Like a bunch of liquors mixed together? Interesting. Thank you, Mick. Thank you. Mick told me or gave me a compliment on my beauty. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Fire. Hello from the UK. Hello, Gavin. I'm just taking a breather right now. Am I still in LA? Yes, I live in LA. I'm in LA, deep in LA. Drinking water because so that my voice can come back. Get some tea, get all that. But yeah, who wants a reading? I'm ready to get into it. And if you weren't here before in the beginning where I said I can read the combination of numbers like reading into a book, it's very easy for me. I read into the symbols and the sentience of your birthday combination. I also look into your name if that comes up in the reading and can tell you things about yourself and what's going on. Even if you have a particular question about something, but this is more so of a general reading. So when you make your donation, just leave your birthday, place your donation and write your birthday out, and I'll get into it. And then I'm also using cards, and I'm very well, I read cards differently from most. Everybody has their own way of reading. So I kind of include this with your birthday and give you a full reading, you know? So I'm waiting. I am waiting. And if I don't get anything within the next couple of minutes, then I guess, you know, because my voice is going out, so I don't want to like do too much exertion if there's no reciprocity that I'm asking for coming back, because that's important to me right now, because my voice is important. I want to connect with you guys, but I'm also asking for something specific this time around, you know? Got bills to pay. I do have a couple of bills to pay. Have to support things in my life. So I'm just making things happen. And it's always good to have people that understand that and support it. Mick, you said you want a reading? Okay. So Mick, would you like to, do you have Cash App or PayPal or Venmo? My information is in the description. My Cash App is tarenguy. $20 or more will get you a reading with your birthday. That's it. I can start with you, Mick. And if you have any questions, at least I know you are you, and I can actually answer your questions through this reading. Yeah, so I'm learning how to preserve my voice and still be here, and also looking at the comments and taking notes. But I hope you guys are having a great day though. The sun started coming out here, finally. The skies are blue. Someone said, do I accept Bitcoin on my Cash App? I've never even had that experience of someone offering Bitcoin. I don't know, can you try it? If you can share Bitcoin to my Cash App, feel free to do that. I've never received Bitcoin in that way. Uh-oh, the wind. The wind. Whoa, I don't know what's going on. We're at the very beginning of something. The very beginning of something. Who's gonna come into the portal, man? Whitney said, I'm definitely interested in diving into the connection of the spirit world here. Thank you. I'm glad that I've been an inspiration to you. Yeah, so like, you know, the aliens, they kind of gave up on trying to bring the dullness into the light when it should be light and bright and warm. But there's another form of warfare. But the sky has been, the sky has not been conquered by the aliens. They didn't win the sky. These motherfuckers did not take the sky over. They almost did, but they didn't. So they didn't. What? Tim said, I wish that I was dead. Well, you know, Tim, if you wish you were dead and you end up dying, you're still gonna get more life. So I don't think you're gonna get a wish like that. And I'm sorry that you feel that way, Tim. And Tim, if you would like for me to read into why you wish you were dead, I can do that for you, Tim. Someone said my lipstick is smudged. Is it? No, it's not. I think it's fine. Savannah, this is your first time here. Welcome, Savannah. Just open conversation today, and I'm actually offering readings. I do numerology readings with birthday cards and kind of layer out a storyline that is coming through the resonance of your numerology. So, yep. Yeah, it's so funny because I'm gonna go. You guys know that I go on ego trips. I'm not afraid to have a big motherfucking ego trip. Like, I'm one of the best. Why have I? Oh, thank you. Gangstalking Simulation, it's you. The first donation by Gangstalking Simulation, who's been a long time viewer. Wow, thank you. I was about to go on a major ego trip, and I'm gonna finish what I was saying though. Tanea, thank you. I see you. You are next. 213 1989. Got your name, Tanea. Thank you. So I have 2 readings so far. Wow. Thank you guys. See, ego trip. Hey, finishing the thought. I'm one of the best. Hey, Latrice, thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for showing love, Latrice, Ross. I'm one of the best. So I'm really trying to make sure that my best, one of the best, I said. I didn't say the best. Oh, Jaden, we're going to talk on the other side. Anyway, yeah, one of the best. You know who the best are, the ones who are really in tune, and I feel like I'm able to do that. So of course I have to like level it out and balance that. But let's get into it. Gangstalking simulation, I'm gonna do yours first. Let me rewrite your birthday for a second. 10/27, 1978. Okay, we got 1, 9, 16, which is 7. 1 and 9 is 10, 17. Life path is 8. Okay, so Gangstalking, I'm gonna call you gang. I don't know why your handle for YouTube is called Gangstalking Simulation, and I know there's a reason. I know what Gangstalking is, so that's interesting. But I don't know your name though. Gangstalking. Can you give me? Would you like to share your actual name with me while I give it into your reading? And Tim says, nobody likes me, I'm not loved, and I'm tired of being single. Tim, if nobody likes you and you're not loved, go look in the mirror and figure out if you actually like yourself. You know, there's a difference between people not liking you because of ... And then there's a difference in people just not liking you. You know, because you are not liking yourself. You cannot, you know what I mean? Like, not loved and nobody likes you. Like, nice people and kind people at least have some kind of love and some kind of likeness, you know? But we're gonna, again, we'll leave that there. I hope you feel better, Tim. So, gang, we're gonna get into you. So October 27th. So you are Scorpio. Already Scorpio. Gang, are you keeping up with score? Are you keeping score with the playoffs? Scorpio, you keeping up with score? Gang, you are a part of the gamer community. I can tell that your name should be changed, possibly the alternate version, into game stalking. Game stalking simulation, because you are a gamer. There's nothing wrong with gamers, people that actually navigate through life like it is a game, more so than making it super experiential. Gamers are the ones that don't take life that seriously, but observes life in a way, in a lens that is honest and that takes interest or is intrigued by life itself. So they're more so of like observing, and they dive in there when they feel they can help move things around in life to make things happen. That's the gamer mentality. So it feels, or a sense, that you are a gamer mentality person. It might be time to start experiencing life now. Game. Start experiencing life. Like, do you have a life? Do you go out? Do you have a love life? Do you have children? Do you have family that you're connected to? Like, start actually go dancing, go like move your body, go like talk to people and experience what it feels like in the exchange. So the gamer kind of like hovers outside, like a layer outside of living. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes it's time to like just get a little bit deeper in there and take your gaming skills in with you though, you know? So just got that just from looking into just what I was looking into and the way I do it. The 10 resonates as a 1, as a January, yes. And you do have a phantom birthday. I explained what phantom birthdays are. Oh, Whitney, I see you. Let me, Whitney, thank you. You didn't send, Whitney, if you meant to send your birthday though, I didn't receive it. So if you just sent that 20 just off the strength, thank you. But if you really wanted your reading, I did not get your birthday. So please make sure you send it if that's what you wanted. I just wanted to make sure. Phantom birthdays are basically, in numerology and the way that I read it, 10 is also 1. So we have October that can resonate with January energy. You can be a January 27th, which brings you into Aquarian energy, Aquarius. So you have a phantom birthday of January 27th and October 27th. You can go back and forth between both energies. If I were talking to you, I would ask you if you're more on your Scorpio side or your Aquarian side. It feels like you are more Aquarian than you are Scorpio. It feels like you are ready for your Scorpion side, which is the living, the watery side of your life. And Aquarius is an air sign. And it's funny because even in Aquarius, when you see the water bearer who's pouring water out, he's like, these sirens, so many sirens. Okay, I got your birthday, Whitney. I see it. Thank you. I got it. So, being outside, sometimes the Aquarian is pouring water outside of the cosmos into the cosmos. That's air. You're still out. I said gamers are outside, a layer outside of life. Scorpio, get in there. Get in there though. So you're actually, it's crazy that you're more like in your phantom on the other side. It's your 10 self, not your 1 self, the loner. Gangstalking simulation, you're a loner, which makes you a good gamer. Gamers that are loners are good gamers. So bring that 1 into your 10. Be in October. Be in Scorpio. Dive into the water instead of pouring water. All right, if that makes sense to you. And let me just pull some cards for you, and then we can conclude your reading. So I hope, again, if this resonates with you. Hi, Lance. The game is in the astral realm. Yes, it is, and it's fun. But sometimes it can become too airy, right? That your body is calling for experiences. That's why I tell the first people that have that in their heads too much, playing and watching so much and observing so much, the first thing I say is go dancing somewhere. Go move your body. When I say dancing, I mean dance. Guy or girl, embarrassing or not. Go dancing. Go move your body. Go listen to that frequency of music. Remember, you have a body. First thing. All right, so I'm pulling cards for Mr. Gang. I'm doing just simple present, past, present, future. And the Fool card, which was the first card that popped out just in general. The Fool card upside down. All right. When I look at the word fool though, I'm seeing aloof. Actually, I'm seeing it backwards. Because it's funny that you were resonating on a frequency of your phantom birthday in January and not October. Aloof. Aloofness means that you act like you don't care, or you actually don't care. Another symptom of being a super gamer. Gamers really actually sometimes don't care about people and their feelings sometimes, because it's just a game. Life is just a game. So what I'm going to do for you, Gangstalking simulation, is turn this around for you, because it's time for you to become the fool in your life. Becoming the fool in your life just means, I'm starting all over in a space that is watery, that is of my nature, that I haven't really dived into yet, called Scorpio. You're a fool now. Welcome to the world. Me? Oh, I'm actually working, on a session. Okay. It's 3. Got it. Okay. Yep, I'll be there. If you guys can wait for 1 second, I'll be right back. my God, that was a while. You hear this? When I say interference, it's not even funny. Like, can we stop with the petty shit? For those of you who don't know, and for those of you who are still here from that gap of like me not being here, I was called in because some girl had an issue or whatever. I live in LA, but you guys know that I live in a homeless shelter. I live in a shelter, but it's a really nice shelter. It's one of the best shelters. There are people with animals here, like dogs. I take care of birds here, like 2 doves that are laying eggs. You know what I mean? Like, they're helping me find housing. There's resources here. So I have a bed to sleep in, and like I have a patio, like an outside patio to like make my videos. So I do live in a homeless shelter, but I am okay. So this is why I say, when I'm telling you guys I'm getting my life together, I don't tell everybody my business, which some of you already know, kind of know that what I've been dealing with. But like, you know, I'm being in a homeless shelter, I'm surrounded by so many women with so many different kinds of personalities. And sometimes I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. And I'm very direct. I'm not afraid of anybody. Like, if I feel like I'm being disrespected, I'm gonna say something. But sometimes that can compromise a spot. It can actually get me kicked out of this amazing place from indulging in pettiness with another person. So I was just called in where I could have kind of got kicked out because of some petty shit. So like, I'm just saying, I'm learning so many lessons, especially when I'm dealing with people that I have to be around every day on this level, you know, sleeping around different, like, just, you know, a dorm situation. It's different. It's very different for me because I like my personal space. But you know, in due time. So I don't even know. I'm supposed to get through these readings though. Even somebody's even trying to hate on me with the cards. All of a sudden somebody told on me that I'm using tarot cards, and is that okay? Is there a rule for that? And then like, I'm just like, damn, yo, the hate is real. This is how I make my money. Like, relax. I don't have to do tarot, but like, what's going on? So when I talk about these enemies that are like hating, it's a real war out there on this shit. But what's going on? Can't wait. Whitney said, I came here with a heavy and open heart, but we about to get in some shit. What is happening? And I would never abandon you guys, especially for those of you that donated. I would never like not get into it. I was literally called in for like some petty shit that I could have got in trouble for. So Gangstalking, were you resonating with the reading that I was giving you? Because I know that it was you that I was giving the reading to. The next card that came out for you was the Sun card. So hopefully, which is an actual amazing card that comes when the Fool is turned right side up instead of upside down. And I was basically saying there's nothing wrong with being a fool. God takes care of fools, children, and women first. And fool just simply means that you're back at the beginning of a journey, and there may be some nuances about you that may be in the not knowing or the unknowing. And to those that know might look at you, you know, judge you, and there are some that will embrace you in the new, because any new realm that you're being welcomed into, it's gonna be like new. You know, so it's time to get into the new shit, and like step away or add a part of that gaming spirit that you have into your actual life. So yes, Now let me get to the next person. Tanea. Let me get a pen. Where's my pen? I hope I don't have to get up again. If I do, I'll bring my phone with me so that you guys don't think that I'm leaving you behind. Come on, like, oh, here it is. Tanea is 2/13/1987. Let me cover these cards up before, you know, it's ridiculous. 4/24/87, 16, which is 7. So we have 6, 7, which is 13. Life path is 4. All right, so Tanea, your life path is 4. Okay, so you are February 13th, which makes you a, what is it, that Pisces? Pieces. That's what's coming up, pieces. I like how I just dissecting the words sometimes, pieces. So let's just keep pieces in mind. February is, the January and February are the first 2 months literally representing the sun and the moon, the beginning of the day that leads into the night. When I say it's the other way around in the occult, it is the night that gives way to the day. So here's how I feel about night and day. Dreaming, the nighttime is a subconscious time. It's a time of subconscious. It's a time of relaxation, rest, and subconscious control, which is the dark, chaotic side. The dark, chaotic side comes before the light. So when we say day comes before night, that is a lie. When we say 1 comes before 2, you need 2 things to bind to form 1 thing. I'm changing math right now. Hey, Tanea, we're using your birthday to change up math. Wow, Tanea, powerful birthday. So there's 1 thing that makes a decision to become something. So therefore, it makes a decision to become something. The decision to become something is the first layer. So it needs 1 thing and another thing, 1 perspective and another perspective to form 1 perspective. I guess that's the real diamond, right? So you have the consciousness, the darkness, by the way, making a decision to become something, 1 perspective over another. It has to find its balance within the reason of why it even wants to become this thing, which means that it has more than 1 angle of something. So when you at least have 2 perspectives of 1 thing, you create that 1 thing. So this is the number 2, and this is the number 1. This is the phantom 1. So night becomes before day, first of all, right? So we can say that 21, 21, 21, 21, damn, 21. So 2 and 1. There's 0, 2, 1. That's a code. 0, 2, 1, 3. 0. Oh, is that a LA area code? 213? 213. That's a code up in this bitch. Wow. 213. 213 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So, what does this have to do with you, Tanea? Tanea, you are clearly, this is a macro message. This is a worldly message that came from your birthday and your resonance. It makes you, it means that your presence here is bigger than what you think it is. You are thinking too small. Maybe Pisces, when I said pieces, you're thinking of yourself as a small piece of the puzzle when you are actually much bigger. There's something about your presence, your gifts, your abilities, your presence, your aura that is much bigger than you think. Grow into it, because clearly just getting this macro level message out of me or through me, through your likeness and your birthday, means that you are much bigger than you are. The 13, that 1-3, there's a lot. Since I flipped the 2 and the 1, I'm gonna flip the 3 and the 1. So your phantom birthday, by the way, is November. November has 2 1s, which makes it 2. So November 13th can also be another aspect of yourself if you would like to dive into that phantom hidden part of yourself. That is also Scorpio energy. So Scorpio energy is calling you again, calling you as well. Scorpio is just up in here, by the way, like for the last reading, if you guys were here for that, versus this reading. So Scorpio energy, Pisces and Scorpio, water and water, that is like a different type of water. So what's the difference between Pisces and Scorpio water? Pisces water has a lot to do with, it has the 2 fish going in different directions, opposition of the emotions. It's kind of like a bipolar kind of feeling with Pisces. And Pisces, the Pisces mission or purpose is to merge the 2 opposite directions of the 2 versions of self and make them work. Scorpio. Do we ever see Scorpios in the ocean? First of all, and second of all, again, I know I was gone for that little bit of time, but if you would like a reading, because I'm still doing them, if you would like a reading, you can simply donate $20 or more to Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. It's pinned in the chat and in the description. And just put your birthday in with your donation and you will be on the list for readings. Just wanted to put that out there since I'm back. But yeah, so, oh, Nakti, hi. I see someone already. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna check on your birthday as well, so thank you. So the thing about that is, that's the Pisces. So has anyone ever seen a Scorpio swim in the ocean? That's a real question. And I'm looking into the comment section for like a real answer. Cause do I have to Google that shit? Candy said I have not. Why is Scorpio associated with the water? Where do Scorpios live? Where do they come from? Are they jungle beings? Are they like in rainforests and shit? Like Scorpio, so all of this, Scorpio represents mystery. It's a mysteriousness. So I think the mysteriousness is associated with the dark waters, the deep waters. We might not see Scorpios swimming in those waters, but the mysteriousness of Scorpios, because like, what do we know about Scorpios? Someone said the desert. They can be in water, but mostly on earth. Is someone's birthday today? Did I miss? I missed the whole, like, I don't know how long that was. Like, a good 10-15 minutes. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so someone said the desert. One thing that I say also is, like, it's so the mysteriousness of you. There's the merging of your pieces, Tanea. So, Tanea, you might have been diagnosed with bipolar, or you might have been feeling like either or in your emotions, whether it's about like a relationship, and I'll pull a card out for that. It might be about, should I stay, should I go? It can be something as simple as that. If you're in a relationship and you're like, should I stay or should I go? That has something to do with your emotional state, your state of love, your state of sex, your state of your waters. Should I stay, should I go? One fish going one way, the other fish going the other way. Stay or go, stay or go. And that alone is you figuring out how do you stay and go. That's the Pisces journey. Let me Let me kind of like shuffle these cards around. How do I stay and go? Stay and go. What the fuck? Yeah, that's called the gray zone. The gray. So Scorpio is like, Scorpio really loves the murky waters. I was gonna say Mercury. So how do you figure that out? And that's for you. Whatever either or life-changing decision that you're into, figure out how to do both. Once you do that, your Scorpio activates. And that right there is a protection. So the Scorpio actually protects your future vision, where no one can tap into that shit. It's too murky, it's too dark, it's too much of a mystery. It's like you've been granted the covering of the Scorpion, which protects your future from being tapped into so that it is undisturbed. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from that. So pulling out a card on what your either or is, I pulled out the Chariot, and you can still see the either or in the black and white pattern here. This is the 7 card. It's a major card, so the Chariot is also a vehicle. So the question is when you're riding, so what's coming now is when you're riding a vehicle, let's say you're driving a car. In order to drive your car, you need, let's say, the 2 wheels represents the back wheels. If you have 2 front wheels, you definitely are going to have 2 back wheels, right? It's the front end which automatically creates the back. So it's kind of like you can't fucking drive out here with no one-wheeled ass decision. How do you have both wheels like so extreme on your vehicle? Left and right zone, feminine, masculine zone. Merge that shit. Agree to something on both sides. For instance, I got into an argument with someone, a really bad argument with someone that I was really close to. I don't want anything to do with that person at all. I went on my phone and I blocked the person. You know, I don't want to get no calls, get no messages from this person. And how did I agree to the either or? Is I unblocked the person. So I know that I don't want to deal with this person at all, but I also agreed to not block this person either. See, that's one example. So I'm like, okay, let me not go super extreme. Let me make a decision on to not interact with this person anymore, because I'm not interested, but to also not block the person. That's how I created 2 wheels, two parts of me that made an agreement that can work, you know. So that's an example that I can give for that. Also, your life path being a 4. The 4 is tricky because everyone takes 4 to the middle of everything. 4, what I'm going to say in this case is your astral self. Your astral self. So you have so much water that it's time for you to actually start. Remember the last reading with Gangstalking simulation? I said he has a gamer personality. He's always out in the astral realm. You know, that's where his comfort is. You're so much in. It's literally like the opposite. You're in your fucking life. It's time to have a version of you that can literally see and plan things from the outside of yourself, from the outside of your experiences, because that astral mentality actually allows you to unbiasedly make decisions for yourself. You know, the further you get into your 4, the more logical you are, the more sense you make. Literally, the more sense you make. Like, you create from that point of view that is unbiased, so that you can jump back in and trust what was created from your 4th point of view. I'm pointing up here because to me 4 is the mind. You know what I'm even feeling right now? That the heart does not even have a fucking chakra. The heart is so done with being 4. The heart is done with being green, considered like associated with the green chakra, and this is again from my realm perspective, associated with being with the color green, and is tired of being associated with the number 4. So it's kind of like it's retired. Like the heart says, don't call me 4, don't call me green, I'm not a door, I'm nothing right now. I am recovering right now. The heart has actually gone inward to preserve itself because the heart is earth. And the heart is like earth earth needs rest. So what is taken over is Venus. Venus has literally said, Earth, go over there and go into your dream state. Because we don't want you to overwork yourself and trying to constantly prove your value to motherfuckers that don't understand you or our heart and what it means. But they understand me because Venus is the end all be all for everything and everyone. So Venus says, you know what, I'm gonna take over. So right now we're in a Venus-like state, and Venus has taken 4. So, Tanea, get out of your heart, pieces of your heart. I don't know if you've just dealt with a heartbreak, if you feel shattered. I need you to get through that to go into your Venus self, because Venus has no heart. And there's a reason why Venus has no heart, because Venus operates with actually merging the top and bottom level of feminine energy. Heart not involved. There's a difference between the heart version of the feminine and the other version of the feminine. Okay, so it's time to bring the heart. So what this means is, don't get easily manipulated into getting your heartstrings tugged at with tears or with sob stories. Really evaluate. So Venus actually is smart as fuck because Venus is next to Mercury. Mercury is the fucking, like, the first one next to the sun. Like, you can't fuck around with Mercury. Nothing gets past Mercury. Mercury knows everything. Venus is like, you know, like in a space of, and then Venus also gets manipulated, right? That manipulation comes in, blackouts come in, spaces in time are separated with other shit. Venus's issue is losing track, forgetfulness, right? So what is the thing to remind you that you need to evaluate situations much better? Make real evaluations. Look at things from a point of view of saying, does this make sense? If it doesn't, then it doesn't fit in. Versus, oh, but you know, it's so cute. He's so cute, or he's this or that. Evaluation. Get in that part of you, because once you've made debate evaluations, you can rest in your 4 and trust your 3D. You can trust your 321, your 213. You can trust your sexual nature now, because you know that you made an evaluation that makes sense, that pushes you in a direction of what you're looking for. So you never question yourself after you've evaluated yourself in 4. Not the heart 4, but the other motherfucking 4. You know? So that's with that. Let me see. I'm just reading through the comments to see if there's any feedback. February 13th is Aquarius, not Pisces. Oh shit. Well, you know what? When I do stuff like that, that's okay. Thank you for correcting something, because I just got Pisces, because Pisces had to speak. I'm not trying to justify my accident and mistake in reading into it. Doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. It just means that I really, really trust the energy, even if it's not accurate. And the accuracy always comes through. So I'm glad that you told me, hey, it's Aquarius. We just spoke about Aquarius before. So Aquarius is still involved in the conversation, but somehow Pisces had to speak. And I did I not change her 213 into 231? I said if we flipped 2 and 1, if you were part of the beginning of the reading, then her 1 and 3 is switched to 3-1, which brings her into a Pisces. So I am backed by my resonance of following the etherical flow of chaos and getting to the point versus correcting myself topically. So thank you for that. The voice change, I kind of lost my voice, so I'm getting it back. It's not a voice change. All right, so Tanea, let me pull out. So basically, Tanea, I feel like you are very satisfied and you understand exactly what I'm saying because I told you that you are much bigger than what you are, which means that Aquarius wasn't your like thing just yet. It's up to you if you want to change your 1-3 into a 3-1. And look into, but guess what? February 31st doesn't exist. Here we go with the Scorpion energy, the mystery, the missing gap. I was called into the office because I almost got in trouble. And then there was a missing gap in this video. Like when somebody has to watch this video over, they're gonna have to either fast forward through it or just sit with it. Like you guys had to sit with it. That's like a missing, what the fuck is that? It's a gray area. It's a gray fucking area. So basically, February 31st doesn't exist, right? And if it does come back around in its fullness, is it a 31st day or is it just the 30th? Either way, it's a weird gap area. Can somebody look up and see if there is a February 31st though? Yeah, they did throw me off. They threw me off, but I told you they're not winning. But they could cause some issues and turbulence in the flight. You know? Yes, can someone look up for me if there is a February 31st? Only a 29th on a leap year, so there's no February 30th or 31st? Okay. So it goes from 28th to 29th. Okay. So in another realm, February 31st really exists. That's it. February 31st really exists. And that is it. And it's a Scorpio energy. So is there a November 31st? Can someone look up and see if there's November 31? Because that's what threw her into a Pisces Scorpio conversation. It's crazy because you're about to read me and I need to talk to you more about the resources available around you. Show me the way, girl. Okay, Whitney. Yep, you are next, Whitney. Wait a second. So Whitney, you mean to tell me you have the same birthday as Tanea? We're talking about February 13th. I'm looking at your birthday, Whitney. It's February 13th. There's a November 30th. There's no Halloween is October 31st. There's no November 31st. Wow. So we just found a little pocket of mystery that Scorpio is holding. So 13th is also the 13th sign on astrology is called Ophiuchus. This is giving me Ophiuchus energy. You know, in the 13 astrology, Ophiuchus has a moment after Scorpio or before Scorpio. So this is an Ophiuchian conversation. So Tanea, look into Ophiuchus. the sign of Ophiuchus, because that is a sign that can actually cover you and umbrella you into all of what I'm saying, because it does have a holding space. There's something that proves that it exists. You don't want to fall outside of a realm where there's no there's no holding of its validity. So Ophiuchus is guiding you, Tanea, even through accident and mistake, which is such a beautiful thing, because that chaotic energy that leads you even when you're going astray, still taking you in the right place. That there's an art to that flow of Ophiuchus. And Tanea, I think it's time for you to flow in that way of living. So now we're going to Whitney. Now we're going to Whitney. Let's see. 2/13/1988. And again, let me put my charger in, because I don't want my phone to die. Hold on. Okay, Whitney, 2/13/1988. So we got 2 8s. I'm just gonna focus on the 2 8s first. Okay, so Whitney, hi Lola. Hi. Lola, we have this little doggy here. Hi. So Whitney, the first thing when I'm into your name right now, the color white is coming up. Whitney, there's white. The 88. So there's 2 versions of 8. What we usually associate 8 with is black. It's the color black. It's associated with Saturn, of course. Saturn is associated with the color black. 8 is associated with death in the black realm as well. So 8 is usually always black. The fact, Whitney, that you have 2 8s, that second 8 is a white 8. People are not familiar with the white 8. Now, when we're playing pool, I always say you can learn a lot from the 8 ball itself, like the 8 ball. So we got to remember that the 8 ball is not just a black ball. Like, there's a white circle with the number 8. There's a white part of that 8 ball. Now, when we're playing pool, the 8 ball is the end all be all of the game. It is the part of the game that tells you that you won. Oh, she made a little boo boo over here. So the 8 ball is the part of the game. So if you notice the 8 ball in pool, you can't hit the 8 ball throughout the entire game. If you do, you lose. You gotta save it for the end of the game. So 8 represents the end and the purpose and the reason of everything. However, what I did learn about pool is that when you break the balls, like when you do your first break in pool, and the 8 ball just happens to go in, you won the game before even playing. So the 8 ball has to either go in during the break or at the very end. All right, so just think about the number 8 when associating. The 8 ball teaches you about that number. Yeah, I love playing. I love watching pool, and I'm learning how to actually play it. I'm one of those big gamer coming into experience people too, in that portion. So the white 8 is the other side of the black 8, and that shit is the sky version of 8. Oh, because the sky is dealing with clarity and is dealing with the upper colors in a spectrum of the white, the off-white, the cream, the pastel, the clarity that it's like kind of like a bubble. There's like an iridescence. It's pastel. There's pinks. There's silver. There's blue, light shades of blue. You know, that's the 8 though. On the white side, it's like pastel and light colored, but 8 is dangerous. So a lot of people, when they think about the sky or when they think about the the bubbles or the pastel colors, they think of like, oh, everything is okay. It's frilly lily. It's rainbows and bunnies everywhere. Not when it comes to the 8 version of that. There's a such thing called the death of a mind, the death from the mental point of view. So black 8 is associated with physical death, from what I'm getting. White 8 is considered with mind gaming death, mind gaming strategy toward death. So if you hold that 2 8s, this is a part of your journey, Whitney, because Whitney is also associated now with witty. So we went from Whitney to white to witty. So a person that can hold a white 8 has to be witty, has to be quick-witted. Quick-witted people are dangerous. They're scary as fuck. They know how to respond quick. They know how to get around like technicalities with words and gestures that are quick-witted people. They're dangerous because they can lead you into a black 8. They can lead you into the darker self. They can keep pushing you there on a defense system though. So 8 is also, the white 8 is defensive. If white 8 is manipulated, there are consequences with that. So let's merge the 8 and the white. 8 and the 8. 16. 1 and 6. Jeez. Because I'm thinking, because this can be a highly manipulative area. There are people who are quick-witted, who are quick, who understand the path, who understand the black side of 8 as well. And they use that shit to do things that throw things out of order. The consequence, what I'm getting is, goes to 16. There's a paralyzation that happens, or you know how a repossession. My mind, I swear to God. Repossession comes to mind. Repossession meaning your 1 to 6 gets taken over by God. The actual entity, the ether God, the real form of God, takes over your 1 through 6. What is your 1 through 6? Your root to the indigo. Right here. Paralyzation, a takeover. This part is kind of like this part, the 7th part is taken over. The crown, the 7th part, is taken the fuck over if 8 is being used in a way that is out of order, out of harmony. So it's kind of like you get bitten by a snake. You know, that means you was fucking around with the snake. You made the snake mad. Like, snakes don't attack people for no reason. They attack you and they bite you when you're fucking with something. Their eggs, their territory. If you're around them, they do react to fear, because fear actually makes snakes contract. And they don't like the feeling of contraction. So they attack even that. So it's kind of like a snake attacking and paralyzing the body with the poison or the venom. That's what God does to motherfuckers now that want to fuck around and bring things out of order when we need things in order right now, called harmony. So Whitney, witty, white, witty, you got the 2 8s, and you can get to know this part of you. The fact that you have the same birthday as the last person that we just did a reading on, the recorrection. So this whole time I thought this person was a Pisces. We're gonna call you an Aquarius. So Whitney, Aquarius, Whitney. All right, you are also associated with 1113, which is associated with Scorpio. So now we're dealing with Aquarius and Scorpio. So you see how the 2 8s on the right side, because there is a right side, can realign back to its rightful place. Aquarius and Scorpio. Okay, so you can use that 1113 and that 213 in any case. Whitney, I don't know. You said, yep, that's you. Accurate as fuck. You're listening. Good. Let me pull out at least 2 cards for you for some reason. You know, I don't know. I told you I live in a communal space. Some people are uncomfortable with my cards. So they made a complaint. But anyway, 2 cards for Whitney. 2 cards. No, this can't be. Like, I have to like cut. Oh, Knight of Swords. We're gonna keep that out. I'm gonna cut the deck a couple of times so that there's no repeating cards for no reason. And pull out the second card from the middle of the deck. Boom. Knight of Cups. I love God so much. You can use any tool to connect with God, by the way. So we have, and I'm gonna put it in its rightful way so you can see it for yourself, Whitney. So we have the Knight of Swords right side up, and we have the Knight of Cups upside down. This goes with Scorpio and Aquarius. So Knight of Cups would represent Scorpio energy, water. Knight of Swords would represent Aquarian energy, which is air. So literally, your phantom sides. Now, the Knight, and both are knights. I could have sworn that I said 2 represents the night, and the night comes before day. There's a war over the night because that order is changed. Anybody that's trying to rule over, control, or even take domain over in a way that is able. Hey, Dream, I am live. Do you mind if I pick her up? I just want to ask permission. Oh, see, this is the being that keeps running by me. This is Lola. She lives here where I am. All right. Oh, hello. You like being on camera, huh? So, what was I gonna say? Lola, what was I gonna say? The night sky. If the night sky is taken over by the wrong entity, our dream state will be nightmarish, unfortunately, because if they control the subconscious dream state, they control everything forever. The daytime has to take direction from what the night has felt and has experienced in the darkness of the etherical realm. So there's a war. People think it's a war on the day. It's a war on who's going to control the night. So we have the night represented in the cards, the word night. And when we think of night, you can think of night as a prince-like entity, right? Now, when we say a knight, what is a knight? When you're knighted, what's the difference between a prince and a knight? And these are knights that hold different elemental responsibilities. The apprentice of light. So are they clearly these 2 main entities that are, there's a higher up, there's a king like. So it sounds like there are 2 different separated parties from the air and the water that are like, are air and water at war with each other? One is upside down, one is right side up. Upside down means that there's an issue. When it's supposed to be harmonic, going in the same direction. No more opposition energies. So the Knight of Swords being upside down means that there's an attack on the words. It's funny that my voice is lost for no reason. If we're talking about voice and words, swords are words, It is of the air, which represent the throat chakra, words. It is a war on the throat, a war on words. That this goes so much deeper. Whitney, I see why you say you wanted to talk to me more. Thank you for your donation, but like, if you can book a session with me, there's so much more in this, because there's a lot that's coming up that'll take about 20 to 30 more minutes just on this one card, which also means, Whitney, that you are a part of a bigger picture. You are also, again, that 144,000, which is a real thing. I'm seeing 144,000 being activated right now. Yeah, so like, you're a part of that. So you have a role that goes beyond your personal, but your personal in the way that you are leading in your role is not compromised or sacrificed, but it could be. Not to mention, I'm going through a lot that he doesn't know but can feel. Okay. Someone said a prince is royalty. Yes. And what is a knight? I'm really trying to like really figure that out without having to Google it. But I do have upside down words. Let me pull out the third card just to anchor this message, because words are being used against people because we're operating in the realm of being quick. And when you say a word, when you say something that you mean, but the meaning can be changed in an instant based upon AI just kind of rendering up what you said, and you didn't mean it literally, right? It can be used against you. You know what I mean? If that open air is allowing that to happen. So the real air allows words to slow down and drop into their true meaning. There's a time. That's the white 8. White 8 gives time. Black 8 gives time. So like, black 8 gives time to life, physicality. White 8 gives time for words to drop into their true meaning. So if I say, I'm gonna sit here and like, I'm gonna sit here and wait. I'm gonna wait some more. Let's just say that. I'm gonna wait some more. Whatever. Really trying to give an example. You know what you mean. You're gonna wait a little bit more time for something that you're waiting for, correct? People that want to manipulate the words of the air that move too quick, that can be rendered into, I'm gonna gain some more weight. So then the reality answers that instead of what you meant to say. I'm gonna wait some more, not I'm gonna gain more weight. So then if white 8 is not held by a true anchor of air and is manipulated by the wrong air, the wrong king, then like I can start gaining weight when I'm not supposed to. Out of nowhere, I can just start blowing up because my body frame is slim. That's how there's certain people that are meant to be bigger, meant to be thick, meant to be big boned. They look beautiful the way they're meant to, like, proportion. I'm the type, I'm supposed to have a slim build. So let's just say I don't want to gain like a bunch of weight. But for me saying that I'm gonna wait some more, all of a sudden I just gain like 20, 30 pounds out of nowhere. It's not even justified. I'm not even eating that much. That's where the fucking witchcraft comes in. There's real fucking witchcraft being used, and they're using witchcraft through the technologies, through like social media, TikTok especially. We're talking about 8, right? Where you can lead a being into the physicality of your word, your meaning. So if you're white 8ing someone, you lead them into a black 8 area and it ends up being your fate that you spoke over on a person, you're using 8 wrong. There is a right and wrong. There's room for wrong, but this is where we got to know what we're doing and know what we're dealing with. Someone said a knight is a soldier and a servant, to sum it up. All right, so thank you. That says a lot. So we have soldiers and servants out there of lords that are higher. So minions of that. So the cups, the soldiers, the knights of cups are in the right placement. You can trust water-based beings. Water-based beings actually resonate from a place of truth, honesty, depth. They have depth. They go deep. They create life slowly, on time, but slowly. They take their time with care, love, and nurture. It's a nurture sign. It's emotional. It's attached to things. It's attached to growth and a process of things. The upside down version of air is the issue. So when you speak the wrong words into the waters, it creates a confusing message because the waters don't agree to the words. And if there's a disagreement between water and words, then say no more. That's that dark space. That's that Ophiuchus space where the vault is closed. And that's where Illuminati meetings happen. That's all I'm gonna say with that. But yeah, Whitney, I would love to like chat it up with you for sure. If you're able to do that, you can go to sentientnumerology.com, and I do have like 30-minute sessions and stuff like that, especially if you want to get more personal with your reading as well, like your love life, your family life, your personal stuff. So, you know, thank you for allowing me to tap into your birthday, your energy, and everything. No one's next, I think. Oh, let me see. Hold on for 1 second. Let me check, because I don't want to like leave anybody hanging, especially if they donated. Hold on. Oh, nope, that was just a donation out of the kindness of her heart. She did not leave a birthday, so I appreciate that. So yeah, there are no more readings left. No one in line. I'll give one more opening to anyone that would like one. Again, anything $20 and over, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Just place your birthday in the donation, and then I'll just get right to your reading. So I'll give it one more. If there, I'll just leave space open just in case. If not, we'll end the video. So yeah. And again, Latrice, did you? I didn't see. Did you pop up on like a Cash App or something? If you did, I apologize for not seeing it. How? Let me check. Was it on Cash App? And how much? If you don't mind answering in the comment section, how much did you donate? Just asking. I'm not like, before I like cut out of the apps, I just wanted to ask how much you donated. Because that's why. Okay, Latrice, I think that's why I didn't count you in, because the readings are for $20 and over. If you would like for me to send your $10 back, or if you would like for me to just go in because you donated $10, because the thing about this is like, I'm in a space in my space where like I'm outside of the heart space. So it's not like, oh, you donated $10, so I'm gonna do your reading anyway. No, I have a requirement of 20 or more for a reason. It's for my energetic protection. Anything less than $20 that I'm dedicating this energy to can place me out of order. It's like on some real shit. So I'm like, Latrice, would you like to donate 10 more, or would you like for me to give you your $10 back, or would you like to book a session? That's how direct and in the space that I'm in that I can't go past my like requirements that I have for myself called boundaries when it comes to money. Because it's not, if it was a kindness out of your heart donation for $10, absolutely. If it's like, oh, I want a reading and I've been hearing Sky say $20 or more, like, and you donate 10 and you expect a reading, I have to question, like, hey, did you hear? Like, did you understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sound like a bitch at all, but like I have like things that I gotta stick to. You want Latrice? Someone said they will donate the other $10. Really? If Latrice, you see how much love you have? Seriously, wow. And like, again, I'm talking about boundaries. I'm not saying anything disrespectful, and I appreciate the respect returned and how the love is still associated with all of this. Wow. I'm trying to find your birthday in the comment section, Latrice. 2/01/1980. So first of all, Latrice, I'm looking at teamwork. And it was Tanea. Tanea donated $10 for Latrice. Thank you. Thank you for that. Wow. So it's funny, Latrice, that you wrote your birthday in like 01 when you could have just put 21. That was the first thing I noticed. Okay, so the way you wrote it, you put the 0 before the 1. You see how backwards that's 10? The way that you wrote your birthday, 01, backwards that's 10. So what this would represent is like 1 cent. If we're talking money. So you're associated definitely with value, Latrice, like value. February 1st, let's go into that, because clearly February I be getting like confused. Aquarius. Aquarius, you're gonna get it right. So that means your birthday, phantom birthday, is November 1st. The way that I'm going to correct whatever value issues you have, Latrice, is by correcting the code by first writing out 11/1/1980. Still brings out the same resonance. 11/1/111. Then I'm gonna rewrite your birthday into 2/1/1980. Latrice, were you here for the beginning of the conversation where I was talking about how 2 comes before 1? I want to actually see if you answer, because I'm talking to you, Latrice. I'm so glad someone came in for you, because I could not bend that rule for etherical and spiritual reasons, not because I was being a bitch. So thank you, because this is actually an important reading right now that was going to be overlooked because the amount wasn't right. So I'm glad I was honest about it. So, okay, so Latrice, you were a part of the 2-1 conversation, 21. All right, so 2-1 is this is the code, the true code of the creation of the sky, the night sky and the day sky. These rulers want the day sky to be first again, so that they can rule over our energy that has to go through so many depths of processing life. They want to rule over that. It's backwards. So which means they want to throw programming into our dream state when we sleep, so that we wake up on some other shit that we didn't like. Where did this come from? Oh, from dream programming. You can only program dream state if the day rules the night. The night says, fuck you, I want to be free. As a matter of fact, I am free. As a matter of fact, I'm feminine with a little touch of masculine in my feminine. 2 is female. We are not sharing the night because he doesn't exist yet. He exists in the light. Can we please understand that we can't all share every realm together. There are realms specifically for female energy, female feminine only. That is called the darkness. We are not getting into semantics. We're talking about womb energy. We're talking about a space that has nurtured a thought of light called the sperm that has nurtured that. The depths of nurture, that's the dream state. You might have shot some sperm that took 15 minutes to get into me, not me, but into her. You might have shot some sperm, 15 minutes that got into her. But if she chose to nurture one of your seeds, she's spending 9 months. And that seed is now in her darkness for 9 months with a process of growth. You can't tell me that's not like the origins of actual life. From what I remember, there are no male bodies that can do that. Still to this day. So a man cannot rule in the 2 zone. And 2 is first. 213, A and 213. That's why I think LA is a special portal for all of these changes, because it's malleable and open. You know, LA is kind of like the convertible of the spaceship. The cap is open in LA, so everything that drops in LA is malleable, movable, and changeable. Stop it. And it's so funny that your name is P.Ness. Okay. So once we do that, and it's not being on a female ego trip, it's literally taking our power back, because that shit, they don't know what the fuck to do with it. And most females don't either, not anymore. So there are special types of females that get into 2 realm. So it's not every female either, because there are bitches up in here that are way, like, they're off. So where do they go? They go in the 0 lane. They got to go in 0 and make their way to 2. Oh, but they think 1 comes first. So they'll never get there unless they listen and feel and understand shit. Other than that, they go from 0 to 1 and then 2. So they're stuck in the clock. So because 1 and 2 is 12, which how many numbers are on a watch or a clock? 12. Which means that they're prisoners of time. People that go, women, females that are 0 ass bitches. I'm not talking about mother womb 0. I told you she's on a break. Grandma 0 is on vacation. Because there's grandma 0, which is wisdom 0. And there are some 0 bitches. There are some bitches that ain't worth a fucking nothingness of a female spark of blossoming energy that is supposed to be celebrated right now, not fucking crushed by her own. So you know what I'm gonna call them? I'm gonna take away this 0 symbol, because they have been locked the fuck out, and I'm gonna put the word 0 instead and bring them into O. We're talking about the alphabet. The alphabet has a whole other realm from numbers. So I done took these bitches out of the number game so they can leave my money alone. Witchcraft. They can leave my money, leave my bag alone. Our bag, I should say, because it's not just me. I'm like really cracking the code of like real witchcraft shit that's going on with dumb bitches that are stupid or not confident, or have an ugly spirit, being ruled by masculine energies that have, like, they might have a story of being like abused. Or listen, no heart right now. Either you in it or you not. That's where I'm at right now with that Venus shit. So 0 with a Z in the front. Z. Z. Because these motherfuckers want to bring us back to zombie shit. Being stuck in time that we're trying to get through, get out of. This shit is flooding. It's flooding over with toxic shit. These female energies that are claiming to be like the feminine essence and shit, they have been kicked the fuck out. They are not even 2. They're not a part of 2 at all, yo. So like, even to get to 2, you gotta recognize real 0, get 2, so that you can fucking get 1. Or get him, or understand him better. Because him that's in 1 that comes after 2, this literally just, oh, this is a dove feather that dropped from my book. I was like, oh shit. I told you I take care of the doves, the birds here. Oh. Ah. Goddess of truth. This would be my aunt. Wow. You see how that works? Jeez. Okay. So that's just been it. Like, it's just a new code. So I'm just going to let this sit here. And Latrice, how involved do you feel in this reading? Because again, this goes macro. What do you have a question, Latrice? Because I want to get into a personal area of you. Because I don't want to be an egotistical person that just uses people's birthday to figure out codes of the universe and forgetting that there's a person attached to this energy that offered up her code and her combination. So I want to dial it down, come back from fucking the womb and the seeds and Venus and numbers and alphabets. And I want to answer a question for you, Latrice. So Latrice, we're going to end this video with me answering a question that is personal so that you understand that there's a balance between macro and micro that needs to be both addressed so that you know. What's the site? Oh, thank you, Whitney. It's actually in a description box. If you do click it, you can see, but it's sentientnumerology.com. But yeah, it's in a description box. You can book sessions there. I have a session specifically. No, I have to create it. If you book the DNA healing, though, that is actually dedicated to womb healing. I have to change it. It's specifically for females. Like, that's how much of emergency we're in. Like, female. Like, I could talk to a dude, like, female. Womb healing, like real womb stuff. Now, if there's a male has issues with mother, usually that's the DNA. That's DNA healing. So, you know, I'll just have to just make another session so that I'm not knocking out healing from a male or a man that actually does still need to hear messages from his maternal side. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not a feminist. I'm not anti-man. I do think male energy is very powerful. They begin in a different realm. They begin life because they are the ones where it begins. They have a different kind of darkness. It's not nurturing in the way that female nurtures life. It's more so of like, they spark light through darkness with their sperm. And they, you know, like, they come first, literally come first. They came first. Who came first? The sperm or the egg? The sperm. Oh, but who created the man with the sperm? Did she create the man? Thought creates life. Chaos, called ether, called dark night dreamer, does not create through thought. She feels through life. The feeler that doesn't have to think is the wild, natural person that just fucking flows through life without a care in the world. And that masculine, she went, but then the chaos bumps into a fucking wall, and then she says, "Oh shit, that shit hurt," and that's when she starts thinking, maybe I need to slow down. Maybe I need to understand what's going on, because my life usually doesn't hurt when I'm in my fucking darkness. But like, damn, that hurt. What the fuck? Oh, I'm bleeding? What the fuck? Oh, now you're starting to think. Now the masculine spark is coming out. Electricity. Oh God, I gotta think about things now. I gotta compare things. How does this feel versus that feel? You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. Latrice said no questions now. This was beautiful. Thank you, Latrice. I just had to check my spiritual ego, because my spiritual ego likes to go big all the time, because I am macro based naturally. I know how to take parallels from the small space and make it bigger. So I just wanted to like make sure you were good with that. So thank you. And Latrice, also, if you would like to, you know, one day book a session and we actually talk, sentientnumerology.com is the website. So thank you for, like, I'm glad we were real with each other. Somebody placed in for you, and your birthday is special. I would say write 2-1, 21. Claim that 2-1 is a special birthday. And that's it. You know, I ain't even got to look at your life path or whatever. And again, even if you you choose to book a session, we'll get into the life path part of your birthday and get more personal. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm glad I was able to come on even with my voice. Thankful for the support. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. So enjoy the rest of your week.